Hi, TJ Hofheimer, Managing Director at National Real Estate Advisors. I'm a portfolio manager of the National Data Center Fund, which is our open-ended fund focused on the data center market. We've been in the space since 2010. Really, we're seeing unbelievable tenant demand right now in the data center space, and we expect that to continue. Internet demand has been growing at 20% year over year, and COVID actually made it spike over 40%, which has created even more demand. We have a build-to-core strategy, so we just continue to build out on our existing campus holdings, and following really hyperscale tenants and trying to meet the needs that they have. What's really important right now for these tenants is ESG and how you can meet their needs with renewable power, and that's one of the things that we really focus on is data center campuses where the power is plentiful, but it's also from a renewable source and ideally low cost. And so that's been a real differentiator in how we go about that business, and it's been successful, and that's what will continue to grow. 2022, we think tenant demand will continue to be really strong, driven by the large hyperscale users, their cloud users like Google and Microsoft, Facebook, Amazon. That trend will continue. There are pressures from the supply chain on the construction side of the business, and so you have to be very careful, staying ahead of it and making sure that you have the construction components on time so that you can meet the needs of these tenants. So we see this demand continuing for years as basically the world becomes more and more digitized. I read something recently where in 2010 people spent an average of 24 minutes a day on their phone, and last year it was over 4.5 hours. So just unbelievable demand, and all that information has to run through a data center and then ultimately stored as well. So that'll continue, and then with autonomous vehicles coming, all that information will run through data centers and need to be stored. Also, most people have probably close to 10 devices, whether it's a phone, watch, iPad, smart TV, that is connected to the internet, and all of that is continuing to drive tenant demand and ultimately the data center business. And most importantly, there's been tremendous institutional investment in the sector over the past really 6 months. Blackstone's entered KKR with consolidation of some very large publicly traded data center REITs. So there's been consolidation. We think that trend will continue as well.